So Tom Hockley Salmon will be our back marker. He runs off 115 here. The front marker is Rob Irwin. He runs off 355. So he wears number 21 in the home straight here. So you can see the front markers of the race in the home straight here. And as mentioned, Mark Hipworth will line up, replacing Chris Brown. He says expensive stallions don't line up on the hard surfaces, so Chris Brown scratches. We'll get everyone down on the infield, please. Athletes, spectators on the infield, please be seated. We're about to get the all clear from our starters. So away here in the 1600 metre final, sponsored by Brian Marantelli. Rob Irwin leads the field. Kapusta being passed now by Wayne James. Stefan Catalano behind him with Les Williams. So a big gap behind them. Additional starter, Mark Hipworth, travels nicely. He's been in good form of late. There's Paul Viney. Go a gap behind then to Chris Dixon with Julian Harris on his shoulder. And we've got Travis Longmuir there. And moving nicely is Craig Harris. So the two Harris boys going head to head here. Daniel Hopkins travels sweetly with Jordan Walker going up past the back marker, who's Tom Hockley Salmon. Heading down the back though, Rob Irwin. Rob Irwin travels nicely at this stage. Wayne James goes up to him. Les Williams in third with Catalano, with a gap behind them to Kapusta. Mark Hipworth, the evergreen Mark Hipworth, who we saw run well over in South Australia, travels nicely with a gap behind him to Paul Viney. Julian Harris is there, as is Chris Dixon. Out in front though, we see our two leaders here. Rob Irwin still with the lead, slightly ahead of Wayne James. So as they come in the home straight here, these are our two leaders. Les Williams is in third with Stefan Catalano getting closer. Kapusta in fifth. Back to Hipworth with Harris. And moving nicely, Chris Dixon going up there to Paul Viney. So out in front, they get 2 laps to go, our two front markers, Rob Irwin and Wayne James. So they're the two to catch at this stage of the race. Hope you're enjoying the coverage live on Athletics Exclusive or here at the venue today. Out in front though, Rob Irwin and Wayne James. These two head down the track and they've got a nice lead at this stage. Les Williams in third with Catalano stalking his every move. Now Julian Harris makes his way into fifth. Mark Hipworth stalks his every step as well with a gap behind them to Paul Viney. And running a nice race is Chris Dixon. Now from the back, Hockley Salmon is going with Jordan Walker as they go on the outside there of Craig Harris. So not too much from the back, making any drastic moves at this stage. Out in front though, still Rob Irwin and Wayne James. These two have gone every step of the way together. Those two out in front, Irwin and James. So these two, can they fight the finish or will we see someone from the back? They straighten up now with 500 to go. It's Irwin and James. So these two travel nicely. Now Julian Harris, he makes his way into third. So Harris, one to watch. Catalano in fourth with Les Williams and Mark Hipworth as well. About to get the bell with 400 to go. Rob Irwin and Wayne James. These two have been battling it out. Can they battle out the finish? Harris in third, Hipworth in fourth, Catalano in fifth. Gap behind then to Les Williams, and going up on the outside is the pink and white of Paul Viney. Dixon not far off them with Kapusta, and now Jordan Walker with Hockley Salmon coming through. Out in front though, still Rob Irwin. Can he hold on and go all the way? Irwin in front of James. They've got less than 300 to go now. Julian Harris edging closer. Hipworth in fourth. The pink and white there of Viney. So 250 to go now. Rob Irwin, he opens up a bit of a lead now. Irwin extends away from Wayne James. Starting to make his way through is Julian Harris, winding up every step as they go now with 200 to go. It's Rob Irwin. He sets sail for home, opens a gap of 15 or 20 ahead of Wayne James. So James starting to lose sight now with Rob Irwin. Starting to close though is Julian Harris. Can he get there? Straightening up though, it's Rob Irwin. Harris is coming. He's about to pass Wayne James. 100 to go now in the final of the Open, sponsored by Brian Marantelli. It's Rob Irwin. Harris is trying to get there. Irwin, he's holding on. Here comes Julian Harris. Can Harris get there? It's still Irwin. He's going to hold on, Rob Irwin. He leads all the way. Rob Irwin, superb victory from Julian Harris. Getting home for third is Paul Viney. Just behind him, Wayne James. Mark Hipworth runs superbly with Jordan Walker. Gap behind them to Hopkins. Les Williams coming in now, the back marker. Tom Hockley Salmon. Catalano's in there as well with Chris Dixon, Kapusta, and also on the outside and then is Wayne Harris there, and starting to come in now is the yellow and white there of Travis Longmuir. So well done to our athletes. We'll have our presentation and official results shortly.